it just started, her love for me. The day we were out on the bean field, and I don't know that I knew we were out on the bean field together, but I saw a big piece of pile of shit brush that the baseball always got stuck under, and I said, I have to do something about that. And when she saw me out there doing something about that, she must have been looking. I said, I'm gonna take 10 minutes and clear some of this bullshit out. And this damn, she'd been a widow for 15 years at that point. I did all the math. And she was watching me. I'm topless most of the time. And, well, she came out and she said, come on, I will help you. She was so happy to see a man working out in some place that didn't matter for anything. And I expected to be there for 10 minutes, but we spent probably 45 minutes together. And by the time it was over, I was wore out. I said, when will this woman stop? And Mrs. Johnson, she fell in love with me. And wow. It was before I saved her life.
I think I heard
that she touched me. I was standing outside and I had the tan. I'd been sitting out reading books all summer long in the front yard with my 24-ounce Paps because I couldn't afford a 30-pack. In those days, I'd get about 3 or 4 of those a day and hope I could get through the day with them. And I got a tan. I chose, and I'm chocolate.
What?
I can turn a golden brown. You know, the black people say, why would they want to be brown if they hate us? But it's not trying to be brown. Just the same way Anne Rice's black vampires turn a golden luster. The black vampires, they have a golden luster. My skin, given the right amount of sun on the way to cancer, can take a golden brown luster. I got one picture of me in the Army. I've only done it once, but it gets close. And that's what I had that year. And Mrs. Johnson, Charlotte the Harlot, she standing there talking to me, and she reached out for my arm, and she says, it looks like, and I said, huh? She said, the commercials. I said, copper tone? And she said, yes. And I said, do you want to touch it? And she reached out for it, and she said, and she was befuddled. She's only 85, and that was the end of that. I started becoming really like I owed Mrs. Johnson something. Oh baby, I was a single man and I was gonna screw her. People talk about how women are more caring, and how many women, percentage-wise, have you met versus men, percentage-wise, that will fuck somebody because they feel bad for them? Men do it all the time. Who is not caring? You ever meet a woman that's gonna fuck somebody because they feel bad for them? They know it's only trouble coming in the future. A guy that'll fuck a woman that feels he can just run away.
I have so many things to say right now.
And I was almost at my point.
So many.
Charlotte the Harlot. So then after she fell in love with me so much, and she would tell me with her cat on the leash, she'd say, She'd say, I only like pussy. And she'd look at the cat that's walking on a leash. She's not carrying a leash. It just walks along with it. She's a lot of people don't like cats walking around here, so I got to keep it on a leash. She never had the leash. And she's, I like pussy. And I'm like, I don't know what she was getting at. I don't know. She was coming on to me from the start. All I wanted to be was coming all over her. And it's mind-blowing experience. Surprised myself on that one. But then the one night I'm staggering back from Mary's Tavern through backyards. I'm staggering, stumbling. I do that down the tracks and backyards to get home. And as I'm getting closer, I hear dee 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 dee. And I'm getting closer, and then I said, oh my God, it's a fire alarm. And I start running drunk, which is when I run my best. I'm on a beeline, like the cops are after me, but I'm going to Charlotte's house. I'm following the beeping, and it goes right to her house to an open window. And I'm like, Charlotte! 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 There are fire alarms going on inside us. She's a fucking, am I going to have to go in there? Because if there's nothing wrong, I'm probably going to have to fuck her. Otherwise, I'm going to have the cops called on me. And, you know, this is how things go. It's like destiny. And she finally comes out, and she's got...
Yeah.
Well, thank you for saying so. I've already got people bitching about the shit I said about Leslie Lemke. Oh, they say I should be aborted. I'm like, yeah! I win. I finally got to him. But so Mrs. Johnson comes out, and she's like in her hair rollers or something. She's crazy and old. She's like, ah! I said, you're fire alarm. And she didn't have her hearing aids in. And she, so here, Mrs. Johnson hears me going, Mrs. Johnson. She comes in. She can't hear anything. She sees me stand at the window. She showed me her tits. No, that's not true. Okay. But it's just, this woman and I had a relationship. You know what? There can be such a thing as a sexual relationship without physical contact. There was a lot of fucking around going on between me and Mrs. Johnson. And now I see a big truck in her yard, and I figured, oh, I just missed my chance.